It's a critical shipping lane. There is a risk of disruption there, isn't there? That is an economic weapon that Iran has. Can you give us a sense for people that might not know what that would mean for global energy supply?
Yeah, so, I mean, stocks are one thing, but I think much more important is oil prices and the supply of oil. So through the Strait of Hormuz, basically you've got this very narrow passageway where all of the really big Middle Eastern oil producers, so Qatar, you've got the other Gulf states like United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, of course. It has to go through there in order to get to the rest of the world. The vast majority of those customers are out here in Asia, so countries like Japan, South Korea, and particularly China. Now, if the supply of oil is restricted, and at the moment traffic has come to basically a complete standstill, there's no formal embargo, but Iran keeps threatening attacks on vessels. There's been some reports of a couple of attacks already. Shipping companies are just saying it's not worth our while, we're not taking the risk, there's missiles flying overhead, so no cargo, no oil tankers in particular are going through. At the moment, the world's oil supply is okay. If this continues over days, weeks and potentially months, that's going to have a really bad impact on the price of oil. If the price of oil goes up and a country like China has to start paying more, that means it's going to have to pay more for its manufacturing, and in turn everything gets more expensive. The goods that it exports become more expensive. Again, this is just a couple of days. If this carries on through more weeks and months and the price of oil spikes, and it spikes long term and consistently, everything in the world economy becomes more expensive, and then you've got what you call a proper energy shock.
Just to give you some details, some reports we're getting in, there's been loud explosions heard in Tehran. You can read much more on the BBC Live page, including a report from us. At least 153 people are dead after a reported strike on a school in Tehran. Stay with us here on BBC News. Let's go straight to Beirut and to our correspondent Lina Sinjab. Lina, can you just give us the reaction of Lebanese civilians who are caught in the middle, especially given that we know that the country is already in a really fragile state?
Well, perhaps you can hear the sound of the drones roving over Beirut, and possibly one of them hit the target just a short while ago. This is a situation that is really causing a lot of anger among many Lebanese, but I have to say it's mainly among the community surrounding Hezbollah, because their areas, their homes, their towns are again target of these attacks in response to Hezbollah's retaliation for the killing of Iran's supreme leader Khamenei. Now they've fled their areas again with nowhere to go but heading back to school shelters or in the streets until they figure out where to stay. They don't know how long this is going to take. The government is really pressing to de-escalate and to condemn Hezbollah, condemn the actions that are taken. The president issued a statement saying that what happened have basically crippled all the efforts of negotiations and talks that were taking place over the past month. Many people feel that Hezbollah has committed, a treason, that, they dragged the country and the people into an unnecessary war, especially that it's 18 months ago, the country has paid a high price. The remnants of the war 18 months ago are still there. The towns and cities that are destroyed haven't been rebuilt, and now they are under attack again. The worry is that Israel is adamant this time that it's going to attack fiercely. They've already announced that they've killed a high official in Hezbollah. We believe it is a parliamentarian, Mohammed Raad, but they also put the leader of Hezbollah, Naim Qassem, as a target. So they're going this time like full-fledged to eliminate Hezbollah. And, the government, the people, they've been saying it out loud. over and over again that Hezbollah should turn to be a political party and disarm, and the government should be represented by its own official army only that will guard the country. But now we've entered a phase that it's hard to tell where we're going, what's going to happen tomorrow. We know that the war on Iran is going to last for 4 to 5 weeks. That's according to the US President Donald Trump. But we're not sure how Lebanon is going to be dragged into this. It is believed that, that was a one-time attack by Hezbollah, but the retaliation, the reaction from the Israeli could take longer. Earlier last week, the Israelis said if Hezbollah got involved in this war, they will respond fiercely, and probably they will also hit the Lebanese airport. This is a country that is crippled with its economy even before the war. And now, 18 months ago, it was, further damaged with the war. And now there are real concerns and worries on where to head next and what's going to happen in this volatile situation. Okay.
Live from London, this is BBC News. The conflict in the Middle East widens. Iran-backed Hezbollah and Israel exchange fire in Lebanon.
The IDF and the Northern Command are responding fiercely. The Hezbollah will pay a heavy price for that.
Iran says its Natanz nuclear facility has been hit. Iran's Red Crescent Society says 555 people have been killed in Iran since the hostilities began on Saturday. Retaliatory strikes across the Middle East, including the US military base and embassy in Kuwait, with explosions being heard across many Gulf countries. Authorities in Kuwait say several American planes have crashed. BBC Verify confirms the location of a video showing an American fighter jet going down near Kuwait City. The UK says the US can use its military bases to strike missile sites within Iran. Hello, I'm Nomia Iqbal. We start with that breaking news from Cyprus, where sirens have been blaring at an RAF base in Akrotiri. A passenger air terminal in Paphos has also been evacuated after a suspect object was picked up on radars, according to the Cyprus state broadcaster. Now, this comes as the RAF base in Cyprus was targeted by a suspected Iranian drone strike on Sunday night. Now, the Ministry of Defence says the drone was likely launched before the Prime Minister's statement on allowing the US to use UK military bases to be used for defensive strikes, as they described it, on Iranian missile sites.